If you would have told me when we drafted Marvin Bagley that in 5 years Trey Lyles would be a bigger name in Sacramento, I probably wouldn't have even doubted you. Knowing Vladi, I mean, that guy. But at this point, you've heard so many people trash Vladi and the Kings over that draft selection, so I won't even linger on it. I know his stats don't look incredible, but especially down the stretch, Trey really found his groove and embraced his role. Not that he was ever like rejecting his role, I just mean that he figured out the things that he offered that the Kings needed, and he did those things beautifully. Okay, something I just realized. I'm looking at Davion Mitchell's stats. I was wondering why his rebounding numbers are so bad. The stats you're seeing will be good, so don't worry, but I was definitely not looking at the right ones. Okay, so yeah, his stats match what I remember seeing last year a lot better. But yeah, no, he was awesome off the bench, and he brought a lot to the table. He wasn't just a one dimensional kind of guy. He has a multifaceted skill set. Yeah, I just used that word. Open another tab if you need to look it up. But no, that was mean. Anyway, one of those skills that he brought to the table was shooting. Those lineups where he's playing the five, I mean, holy hell, man, this team is fast. The ball is flying from all over the place. The spacing is ridiculous. You remember those too much stuff, not enough space commercials? Well, when Trey Lyles is playing the five for Sacramento, they got the opposite problem. He's also a fantastic offensive rebounder, which was especially apparent in the playoffs, where he averaged almost 6 rebounds a game, which is even more impressive when you consider he was only averaging 17 minutes per game. He's another King who had a fantastic game one against the Warriors, and honestly, that game probably had a lot to do with the decision to bring him back. Very glad he is back. I think his locker room presence is something you just can't quantify. But I'm hoping he's even better this year. Just not exactly sure what his role will be, so it's kind of hard to project too much, but he will be turning 28 in November, so theoretically, he's just entered his prime. I joked around in an earlier video about the possibility of Trey dropping 40 points in a game this year. The most he's ever scored in a game was 28. I want to say he gets like 35 this year, but like, if you're already at 35, may as well get 5 more, right? Nah, but honestly, I think it'll be harder this year to have a big scoring night like that since there's a real chance he's like the fourth wing on the totem pole. But, every team can use a good wing, and he is a good wing. Sometimes he plays the five even. He's a versatile guy, like I said, multifaceted skill set. God, I had to look that one up real quick too. Anyway, excited to see what he brings to the table this year. My expectations aren't super high, but I know whatever he ends up doing this year, it'll be fun to watch.